Hello, I'm Julian Henderson, the Bishop of Blackburn, and I'm in the Easter garden of St Stephen's Church of England Primary School in the centre of Preston to record this Easter message. One of the things that pandemic and lockdown has made very clear is that having something to hope for is so important if we're going to keep going and stay positive. And that is when everything around is tough, demanding, painful, sad, and rather unwelcome. This last year has been a real challenge. But have we noticed how often the hope of something better has been mentioned? When ill, there's talk of the hope of recovery, the end of the pandemic, or the hope of a vaccine. When people have been separated, there's the long-anticipated hope of meeting again. When having to distance, there's the hope of that hug. And when we're without work, there's the hope of an interview. Or when staying at home, the hope of a holiday away. And so the list goes on and on. When such hopes fade or even disappear, it is hard to go on. And sadly, we know some have found that they can't. So having the hope of something different and better, the hope of something we enjoy to look forward to, makes all the difference in the present. I look forward to holding for the first time, a grandson born 4 months ago. Well, it'll be different things for all of us. It certainly was true for Jesus all those years ago when he was here on earth. As he faced the opposition and hostility of all the religious leaders of his day, and he knew that betrayal, arrest, trial, torture, and execution was the path that he was called to walk, saying to his Father, "Not my will, but yours be done." Surely it was the hope of resurrection, hope of reunion with his Father, and appearing to his disciples again, the hope of the increase in the number of those disciples, the hope of building his church, the hope of growing his kingdom of justice and mercy, and then the hope of the final victory over all the forms of evil. It was those hopes that gave him strength and resolve to see through the costly and sacrificial plan for the salvation of the world. So, hope is key, and the follower of Jesus has it in abundance. It's quite different from wishful thinking, just hoping perhaps that things might get better tomorrow. Yes, it is good to have things to look forward to. But if all our hopes are focused on this life, then we shall be disappointed again and again. The Christian hope is for all those human things, yes, but all in the context of a hope for beyond this life, beyond death, a hope of being with Jesus in his kingdom, in that new creation, the hope of eternal life. And the resurrection of Jesus from the dead on that first Easter day, his triumph, and then his subsequent appearances are a guarantee of the certainty of that hope for those who believe. Now that's not wishful thinking. And that's why Christians are able to affirm in one of the statements of our faith, the creeds, their hope and anticipation of the resurrection of the dead and the life of the world to come. It's a main and central Christian belief. And it's based on the words that Jesus himself said, "I am the resurrection and the life. The one who believes in me, though they die, yet shall they live. The one who believes in me shall never die." That's a hope that will sustain and uphold us through even the most challenging times. And it's my prayer for the people of Lancashire that many will make it their own this Easter. John Bunyan, the writer of that famous piece of work, Pilgrim's Progress, said, "Hope is never ill when faith is well." And it's in that sense that I wish you all a very happy Easter.